Sacred Heart as Sally Witt comes down with it, looks down to the baseline for Saposi. Saposi back out for O'Grady, and O'Grady from just inside the arc. Shot's no good, and Freeman comes down with the rebound. On the run, it's Steph Verhusen. Verhusen looks down to the baseline. It's Busboom. Busboom was caught up in that man-to-man against O'Grady. Back out to Verhusen again. Steph Verhusen hands off to Busboom. The sophomore restarts the offense. Starts down the right side. Backs back out again. The key. Verhusen nowhere to go. Gives it off to Schlake. Schlake now between the circles. Waits for traffic to clear and works her way down the right side. Hands it back off to Busboom, who with the left-handed dribble looks over to the left side for Verhusen. 16-footer no good. The weak side rebound taken away by Adams Freeman. Ball loose on the court, and it's going to belong to Sacred Heart as Kelsey Witt comes up with it. She wants to run. Finds the Saposi coming down towards the baseline. Free from 15. Shot off glass and good. Saposi has given the Irish a 2-0 lead. We have 7 minutes to play first quarter. In the backcourt, Michelle Little with the ball. That's her first touch. Gives it off to Busboom. Down to the baseline. Into the hands of Schlake. Schlake tries to drive inside. Knocks O'Grady down. No call. And a two-point shot is up and in from Steph Verhusen. We're tied at 2. 6:46 to go in the first quarter. Now O'Grady down into the corner. Saposi tries her hand at 17 feet out. That one's no good. Rebound to Steph Verhusen of the Freeman Falcons. On the run from the right side. Down to the baseline. Gets into the hands of Jamie Schlake. Schlake now puts the ball on the court and works her way up between the circles. Wanting to restart the offense. Still a man-to-man defense here from the Irish. Back to Verhusen again. Verhusen caught in a double team. Gives it off to Busboom. In the lane. Shot from 15. Rolls off the side of the rim. No good. A foul is going to be called on the rebound, and this one is going against Freeman. We have 6:21 to play first quarter. Tied up at 2. Personal foul will count against Ashley Meintz, a 6-foot junior, with her first foul and the first team foul. Freeman pulling back on defense. They will wait for Sacred Heart to bring the play to them. O'Grady on the dribble, dumps it off for Witt. That's Sally Witt down to Kelsey into the corner. She's on the left side and lost the basketball off her leg as he tried to go to the dribble. Turnover to Freeman, 6:11 to go first quarter. Nice to see they have the clock working again here at the Beatrice Auditorium in the last game between Johnson Brock and Wymore Southern, which Johnson Brock won in the Class B Girl Championship 45-41. That clock did not work for the entire first half. Here's a 15-foot jump shot that's good from Danny Busboom. That gives Freeman a 4-2 lead inside of 6 minutes to go first quarter. Sally Witt has the basketball, looks at the three, didn't take it, dumps it off for Kelsey. She's just inside the arc and misses a little bit too strong. Gets her own rebound as he follows the shot. Dumps it back off to Sally Witt, who tried to force the ball in for Ashley Howard. Howard, who struggled in foul trouble last night in that win against Palmyra Bennett. Mixing it up down inside against Busboom right now. Suppose he tried to find Howard. Howard was cutting the wrong direction. The ball goes out of bounds. Freeman gets it back. 5:33 in the clock, first quarter. Full court pressure being applied by Sacred Heart, and it causes a turnover. Ashley Howard comes up with it. Dumps it off for Kelsey Witt. She's on the left wing. Back up between the circles for O'Grady. O'Grady down into the right corner. Now Saposi. Cody puts the ball on the court once. Get passed back over to O'Grady, who drives inside. Lean shot. Rolls through. Katie O'Grady, her first points of the game. We're tied at 4. 5:11 now to go first quarter. More full court pressure from the Irish. They're going to cause a turnover once again. The long pass from Steph Verhusen looking for Schlake. She was open down at the low post, but Verhusen overshot her by about 3 feet. Turnover to the Irish. 5:05 on the clock first quarter. O'Grady slowly walking the ball up the court. Low-scoring affair so far. Pass inside for Howard. Turnaround 10-footer, a little bit too strong, and the rebound into the hands of Freeman. Michelle Little comes up with it. She finds Steph Verhusen. Verhusen looking down low for Schlake. Schlake in a double team, has to dribble back out of trouble, and going to take it up top of the key, restart the offense. Schlake still on the dribble. She's working against Sally Witt in that man-to-man. Witt giving up about 4 inches on the exchange. Underneath, shot is good for Michelle Little. Low post on the left side, and Freeman has a 6-4 lead. 4:26 on the clock first quarter. O'Grady looks at Saposi. Lob pass in for Howard. Too strong. Howard mistimed her jump, and Freeman's got the ball back. Here comes Jamie Schlake across the timeline. Looks down low for Little. Little is open. Shot blocked out of bounds by O'Grady. She's going to pick up the personal foul. Put Michelle Little to the free throw line, shooting 2. If it comes down to free throws, that is going to favor Freeman. Sacred Heart has not had good success from the charity stripe all season long as a team. They're shooting just 45% for the year. First free throw from Little, however, rolls off the side of the rim, no good. Suppose he's going to come out of the contest, and Allison Weaver, a 5'9" sophomore, in for the first time for Sacred Heart. Little with one more free throw coming up. 4:13 to go first quarter. And Little rattles the second one through. Give her 3 points in the ball game, and the lead is 3 for Freeman, 7-4, with 4:08 to go first quarter. O'Grady jump pass into the left-hand corner for Sally Witt, who tries to drive baseline, caught in a double team, back to Howard. Howard's on the wing, out to O'Grady, find Kelsey Witt just inside the arc, got it. Kelsey Witt trims the lead to 1, 7-6, 3:50 on the clock. Wide open underneath Slake, nobody back, and the shot off glass and good. Full court pressure is one thing, but you got to have somebody back in the lane to stop that long pass. Here's O'Grady. Looks off for Weaver from 16. That one off the back of the rim, no good. And the rebound into the hands of Ashley Mites. Mites of the outlet pass, looks down for Busboom, who's down at the lane. Floats in from 10, rims it out. And the rebound into the hands of Ashley Howard. A foul's going to be called. Howard had wrapped up the basketball pretty good. And I think Busboom is going to pick up the foul, much to the chagrin of the Freeman faithful. Busboom with her first, team foul number 2 against the Falcons. Coming in for Freeman, Neely Remmers. Remmers, a 6-foot sophomore, is into the game for Michelle Little. Freeman back in a 2-3 zone. O'Grady brings the play up across the front, into the front court. Dumps it off for Weaver, down into the corner. It's Sally Witt. She's on the left side, wide open underneath on the give and go. It's Weaver, but her shot is blocked, and a foul's going to go against Ashley Howard. Neely Remmers had come up with the ball, and Howard, as she came down, slapped at it, got Remmers on the arm. And we have a timeout on the court, just a 30-second timeout by Coach Dennis Pritchard. We're going to keep it here. This broadcast brought to you tonight by Southeast Nebraska Telephone Company of Falls City. Southeast Nebraska Telephone Company, the company going a long distance for you. Also brought to you by Midland Monroe Company of Falls City. For all of your insurance and real estate needs, see Midland Monroe Company in Falls City, Nebraska. They're your independent agents, putting you first. Nobody with more than one bucket in this ball game. 4 different players have scored for Freeman. And for Sacred Heart, O'Grady, Kelsey Witt, and Saposi each with 2. Been tough so far to get a good offensive look for either team. With the basketball, Remmers in the backcourt. Hands it out to Verhusen as across the timeline. Looks down at it low for Remmers. Remmers is open. No, she's called for traveling. Remmers was trying to pull in the possession at the same time she was going up for the shot and shuffled her feet. Turnover to Sacred Heart inside of 3 minutes to go first quarter. Kelsey with the ball to O'Grady. O'Grady to skip past to Sally Witt. She's open for 3 on the left side. Off the side of the rim, no good. Fight for the rebound. Howard comes up with it. Her putback is up and rims out, no good. Another scrap for the rebound, and this one is going to go against Freeman. And credit Neely Remmers with the personal foul. Her first, team's 3rd. Weaver looks to inbound to the right baseline, comes in for Witt. That's Kelsey Witt on the dribble. Gives it to Sally at the free throw line. Sally tries to drive inside. Out for Howard. 15-footer. Got it. Ashley Howard, her first 2. 9-8. Freeman by 1. 2:34 to go first quarter. Full court pressure here from Sacred Heart. Busboom breaks it across the timeline. Up to center circle. Now she'll start the offense. Busboom down into the hands of Slake. Looks down low. Remmers is open. Off glass and good. Neely Remmers, her first 2 coming off the bench. It's back to a 3-point lead for Freeman. 11-8, 2:12 to go. Down to Sally Witt at the baseline. Trying to drive inside. Still looking. Off for Kelsey Witt. 17-footer right wing. Yes. Kelsey has 4, and it's a 1-point lead for Freeman. 11-10, 2 minutes to play first quarter. Busboom has the basketball now into the front court. Caught in a double team. Nowhere to go. Push the ball. It's going to be a double dribble. No, they called a foul. Personal against Sally Witt, her first, and team foul number 3 against Sacred Heart. Freeman with some substitutions. Nicole Cruzy is in. Sherry Weston also in, and Michelle Little's coming back in. Looks like Busboom's going to sit down, as will Mites and Steph Verhusen. Inbound pass comes in for Slake. Slake now working against Kelsey Witt in the man-to-man. Down to the baseline. Gives it into the hands of Cruzy. Cruzy with a skip pass for Remmers. Remmers back to Slake again. Slake shook off Kelsey Witt. Now the ball is free. O'Grady comes up with it. 2-on-1 break opportunity. And O'Grady has her pocket picked from behind. Cole Cruzy hustling down the court, knocks the ball away. Goes out of bounds. Sacred Heart's going to hang on to it as Weaver looks to inbound. Pass way outside for O'Grady for three. Off the side of the rim, no good. And Kelsey Witt with a dead ball rebound comes back out for Sallywood. She's on the left wing. Skip pass to O'Grady. O'Grady tries baseline, floats in from 10, rolls it through. O'Grady has 4, and Sacred Heart has their first lead, 12-11. A minute 16 to go in the ball game. 2-on-1 break if Freeman can hurry, but Sacred Heart back on defense. Cruzy hands the ball off to Schlake, who tries baseline. That shot's no good, but a foul going to be called. And sends Jamie Schlake to the line. Personal against Ashley Howard, and that's her second. Schlake sends the first one on the way. That's nothing but net. This ball game brought to you by Jim Hills of Falls City. Jim Hills, the paint, glass, wallpaper, floor covering, and hardware center in Falls City, Nebraska. Here comes your wholesale substitutions as Weaver will stay on the court. Everyone else is coming off, and back in Simon, Picorni, Gruber, and Mers. So we'll get that different offensive look now with a minute 7 to go. The second shot from Schlake is no good. There with the rebound, and the putback is Remmers, and that one misses. Sacred Heart now clears the boards into the front court, and is Simon. Simon, it jumps it off for Gruber. Amanda Gruber finds Picorni, and she's just right of the key. On the dribble, looks off for Simon again, left of the key, down inside for Gruber from 17, misses badly. Rebound to Freeman. 41 seconds to go first quarter. We're tied at 12. Schlake between the circles. Looks over on the left side for Weston. Sherry Weston tries to force one in. Simon knocks it away. Weston chases it back down again. Weston working against Gruber and then man-to-man. Now Schlake up top. 24 seconds to go in the first quarter of play. Bounce pass to the baseline left side for Weston. Tries to drive in. Shut down by Simon. Back out for Schlake again. Schlake to the free throw line. She's in the lane. 10-footer. Partially blocked. Remmers with the rebound. Putback no good, but she's going to the free throw line. Personal foul counted against Nicole Simon, her first, and team foul number 5 against Sacred Heart. 13 seconds on the clock, first quarter. Tied at 12, and Remmers at the free throw line. First free throw, that is good. There's Remmers 3 in the game. Schlake's going to come out. Steph Furhusen will come in for the final 13 seconds of the quarter. Second free throw from Remmers. Taking her time as she's eyeing that. Rims it out, no good. Offensive board, putback is up and no good from Cruzy. Another offensive board, however, this time it's in. 1 on the clock, and Sacred Heart's not going to get a shot off at the end of the first quarter. Freeman leading 15-12 over Sacred Heart as we head to the second quarter of play. We're back at
when it comes time for replacement windows from Jim Hills in Falls Windows Filtration. Precision fit replacement windows. See Jim Hills Paint Glass.
Home. We can help with a home improvement loan. So if you're a rec room or some new carpet, stop in and see one of our loan officers today. We're an equal housing lender. Richardson County Bank and Trust. Member FDIC. Since 1880.
all the starters back out onto the court for both teams as we start the second quarter of play. Freeman has the basketball, and inbounding comes in. He picks her pocket. Slake has to pick the ball up. Dumps it off for Busboom. Busboom hammered out the outside against the Posey. Down in. And turnaround shot, no good. Foul going to be called on the rebound. And this one is going to go against Sacred Heart. And Katie O'Grady has just picked up her second. That's team foul number 6 against the Irish. Inbounds pass for Little. Michelle Little puts the ball on the court once, kicks it out for Slake for 3. Yes! Jamie Slake has 6 points, and it's an 18-12 Freeman lead. 7.5 minutes to play first half. Down to the baseline, Saposi outside for Grady. Grady off to the left side for Kelsey Wood, who tries to drive baseline. It's shut down. She travels. Turnover to Freeman. Busboom will inbound against that full court pressure from Sacred Heart. Busboom with the basketball after she gets it back on the feed from Slake. Busboom across the timeline. Looks off onto the right wing. Here's Verhusen. Verhusen with a skip pass for Little. Sails over her head. Sacred Heart gets it back. Irish need some points on this trip down the court. Trailing 18-12. 7:12 to play first half. So Grady across the timeline. Pass off for Sally Witt. Inside Howard. Howard can't get the shot away. Back to Witt. Now to Kelsey Witt. She's on the baseline left side. Skip pass O'Grady. O'Grady drives to the free throw line. Shoots. Got it. Off-balance shot goes through for O'Grady. Now with 6. It's a 4-point lead for Freeman, and traveling is going to be called against Steph Verhusen. She went to pass it down to Little. Saw the pass wasn't there. Went to dribble, but couldn't do it in time before she drug her pivot foot. So Sacred Heart with a break and can cut the lead even closer. O'Grady looks to Saposi. Saposi with a foot on the three-point line. No good. Howard, the offensive board. Her putback's no good, but she's fouled. And the personal will count against Steph Verhusen. That's her first, team foul number 3 against Freeman. Howard, one of the better free throw shooters for Sacred Heart, and she's just shooting 59% on the year. First one's no good. The only starter with any better free throw percentage is Katie O'Grady with 64% on the year. Second free throw from Howard. That one misses as well. And Freeman on the rebound. It's Busboom on the dribble, caught in a double team in the near corner. Tries to fight her way inside. Joint possession is going to be called as Busboom knocked Sally Witt to the court, and then Saposi reached in and tied her up. Possession arrow belonging to Sacred Heart. Sally Witt will inbound to O'Grady, and O'Grady takes the ball into the front court. 6.5 minutes to play first half. Here's Kelsey Witt left side. Comes up to Sally Witt. She's open for 3, just left of the key. Yes! Sally Witt, her first bucket of the ball game. And it's a 1-point game again, 18-17. 6:14 to go. Busboom off to Slake. 3-on-2 break. Slake passed a little. She wasn't ready for it. Players all over the court. Howard comes up with it. They're going to call joint possession. And Freeman's going to get it back. 6:05 on the clock first half. Slake will inbound from the left baseline. Lobs the ball in for Busboom. She has to go up high. Shot is no good. And O'Grady with the rebound. Throws the ball off to Saposi. 4-on-3 if Sacred Heart wants to take it. Saposi out to Witt from 18 on the right wing. Off the side of the rim, no good. Joint possession called by one official, foul by the other. And this foul is going to go against Ashley Howard. That is her third, and we may have seen the last of the 5'10 sophomore for the first half. Allison Weaver's going to come in and take her place. 5:52 to go before the halftime break. That was team foul number 7, so we are going to be shooting 1-and-1 coming up. Danny Busboom headed to the line. This ball game brought to you by Larry's Auto Service of Dawson. Larry's Auto Service of Dawson, Nebraska offers a complete machine shop with employees Mark Hubbard and Dave Yoakum. Experience friendly service and 24-hour record service. Front end of the 1-and-1 from Busboom is through. As a team, Freeman now 4 of 7 from the line. They have a 2-point lead, 19-17. Busboom with a second, missed it. And a scrap for the rebound. Weaver comes up with it. Into the front court comes Sally Witt. Flies in. Shot is no good. O'Grady there with the rebound from behind. Freeman crowd yelling again. Her first in team foul number 5 against Freeman. No player has picked up more than 1 personal for the Falcons. For Sacred Heart, O'Grady's on the court with the 2 personals. Howard on the bench with 3. O'Grady with the first free throw goes through. Gives her 7 points on the night. The lead is 1, 19-18. O'Grady trying to tie this thing up. Second one, got them both. 5:43 to play in the first half. Here's Busboom looking with a pass to Slake. Weaver knocks it out of bounds. Freeman will hang on to it, inbounding on the right baseline. Busboom looks to inbound. Remmers is open, and it's going to be knocked back out of bounds by Saposi, so we'll move to the far side of the court. Busboom again looks to pull the trigger. Comes in for Slake. She's well outside of the right wing. Slake goes to the dribble, and a blocking foul is going to be called away from the basketball. They're going to get Busboom for pushing. I think Saposi may have sold that one a little bit. Busboom has picked up her second. Tied at 19. 4:34 to play first half. O'Grady the basketball for Sacred Heart. Gives it off to Witt. That's Sally Witt looking down low for Saposi. Sees it low block. Can't get it off. Back to Witt. 17-footer. Got it. Sally Witt has 5 points in the ball game, and Sacred Heart has a 2-point lead, 21 to 19. Full court pressure causes the turnover. O'Grady wide open. It's Saposi. Shots in. Sacred Heart crowd cheers. Freeman crowd groans. It's a 4-point lead for Sacred Heart, and a foul is going to be called. I think this is going against Sally Witt. A little bit too aggressive on that full court pressure. Called for the blocking foul, and that's her second. So both Sally Witt and Katie O'Grady on the court with 2 personals right now in the first half. Team foul number 8. Steph Meerhusen is headed to the free throw line, shooting a 1-and-1. Meerhusen, her first trip there in the evening. And misses the front end. Trap for the rebound. Joint possession will be called. Sacred Heart should have it. Witt inbounds to O'Grady as Freeman pulls back into their 2-3 zone. Freeman not wanting to run with this Sacred Heart team. Lob pass intended for O'Grady. It's not there. Taken away by Busboom, who's on the dribble across the timeline. Hands off to Slake. Slake about 25 feet out, up top of the key. Looks in against O'Grady. Down to Busboom. Shot is too strong off the back of the rim. No good. Gets her own rebound. Put back. No good. But she's fouled, headed to the free throw line. And his personal will go against Kelsey Witt, and that is her first. One more foul on the first half, and Freeman shooting 2 until the break. Busboom with the front end of the 1-and-1. Or that is a 2-shot, brother. It is a shooting foul, and Busboom does hit the first. Simon is going to come into the game, and Kelsey Witt is going to sit down. So 2 of the reserve players in right now, Simon and also Weaver. Second free throw from Busboom. Got it. She's 3 of 4 from the line. And it's a 2-point Sacred Heart lead, 23-21, 4:33 to play. Sally Witt on the left wing goes to the dribble, and she's knocked to the court. They're going to give Ashley Mines a blocking foul. Bit of a delayed call, and I think Freeman might actually have a beef complaining about that one. Mines has picked up her second. And that's team foul number 7, so Sally Witt's going to the line shooting a 1-and-1. Freeman looking to get some substitutes in. Michelle Little is back in. Sherry Weston also back in. Mines will sit down, and Meerhusen also gets the rest. Sally Witt shooting the 1-and-1. Front end on the way. That's off the back of the rim, no good. And the rebound down to Remmers of Freeman. Off for Slake. Slake's across the timeline. Slake still with the dribble. Picks it up just right of the key. Jump pass down inside for Little. And ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. It'll belong to Freeman with 4:15 on the clock first half. Busboom looks to inbound from the right baseline. Still looking. Still has onto the ball and finally dumps it in for Slake. She's on the right wing. Slake tries to drive baseline against Simon. It's shut down. Slake picks up her dribble, looking inside. Weaver steps into the passing lane, steals it away. Here comes Sacred Heart. O'Grady finds Sally Witt leading the way off glass. No, her shot was blocked from behind. Bodies colliding all over the court. No call. Probably a good non-call that time. And the pass down for Busboom. Ball's knocked away by Weaver, and I think Weaver has picked up the reach-in foul. If it is, it'll be her first. With 3:55 to go in the first half. Team foul number 10. Busboom at the line shooting 2. Busboom with 5 points so far in the contest. First one rolls through. Slake is out of the game. Verhusen back in for the Falcons. Busboom's second free throw. Off the front of the rim, no good. And the rebound taken away by Sally Witt, but she lost the basketball and picked back up by Freeman. Up top of the key for Verhusen. She restarts the offense. Looks down low, blocks for Little. Can't get the shot to go. Offensive board on the weak side for Danny Busboom. Put back is in. Freeman, a 1-point lead, 24-23, 3:34 to go. Three-pointer Sally Witt, too strong, missed everything. Weaver the offensive board, and a foul going to be called as Weaver was trying to spin her way out of the low block to get it off to Saposi. Weaver's headed to the free throw line to shoot at 1-1. Personal will go against Sherry Weston, her first, and team foul number 8. Rest of the starters coming off the court for Sacred Heart. Burrs is back in, Gruber in, and Picorni is in. Weaver shooting a 1-1. She's just 47.5% free throw shooter on the season. Front end, yes. Sacred Heart 3 of 6 from the line in the ball game. Second free throw. Got them both. Gives Sacred Heart a 1-point lead, 25-24. With the basketball for Freeman. Into the front court is Cruzy, and the ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. It will belong to Sacred Heart. Irish can stretch out their 1-point lead with 3:22 on the clock, first half. Picorni running the point here for Sacred Heart. Goes to the free throw line, dumps it off for Mers. Mers backs it back out again for Picorni on the right wing. Picorni lobs the ball over for Simon, left side, down to Gruber at the baseline. And Gruber lost the basketball, taken away by Verhusen. Verhusen leading a 2-on-2 break, and she tried to find Sherry Weston, who had already gone well past where Verhusen was trying to find her. Slake back in now for Freeman. Verhusen will sit down. Sacred Heart getting it back. 3 minutes to play first half. Irish leading by 1. Picorni across the timeline. Up top of the circle. Dribbles the basketball off of Slake's foot. And that right there is supposed to be a dead ball and wasn't called by the officials. Shot off glass, no good from Cruzy. Foul going to be called on the rebound, and this one's going against Freeman. Michelle Little may have just picked up her second. No, they're going to credit Sherry Weston with a personal. That's her second. Busboom is back in for Weston. Weaver headed back to the free throw line. 2:45 to go first half. Sacred Heart leading 25-24. Weaver with the 1-1. Front end, in and out, no good. And the rebound down to Little of Freeman. Off for Slake. Slake's across the timeline. Down the right side. Still working. 15-footer, yes. Slake just went till somebody picked her up and then hits a little jumper. Freeman has a 1-point lead with 2:27 to go in the half. Gruber the basketball down on the left baseline. Gruber has her pocket pick, and a foul is going to be called, and this might go against Gruber. After she had the ball stolen away, she tried to get it back. Gruber with her first. And that will put Michelle Little at the free throw line. She's 1 for 2 so far tonight. Freeman already leading by 1. Little with the first free throw. Off the back of the rim, that one's no good. Sally Witt back in for Gruber. And a back in for Freeman, the 6-foot junior, Ashley Might. Right now, no one on the court that can match up for Sacred Heart. Second free throw is in and out, no good from Little. Rebound down to Sacred Heart. Here comes Picorni across the timeline. Picks up her dribble. Looks off for Simon. Simon's 18-footer. Off the side of the rim, no good. Rebound is down to Slake, and Slake is fouled. Sally Witt trying to draw the charge, but she was well late getting there. And Sally's just picked up her third personal foul. Kelsey Witt's getting ready to check back into the game, as is Posey and O'Grady. Schlake at the free throw line, gets the first of two. Sally Witt is going to sit down. Mers takes a seat. Simon also sitting down. So your Irish team on the court right now is Weaver, Picorni, Kelsey Witt, O'Grady, and Saposi. Second free throw from Schlake is no good. Fight for the rebound. Ball is on the court, and joint possession will be called. It will belong to Freeman. Busboom will inbound shortly after the officials get something straightened out. They're going to need to dry up the court. The last scrap for the basketball. A lot of perspiration hitting the deck. This ball game brought to you by Richardson County Bank and Trust of Fall City and Stella. They have a solution for a common problem. Let them help you solve your credit problems and inform you about custom car loans. An equal opportunity lender. Member FDIC. Freeman looking inbound underneath their own basket. Busboom from the left baseline. Gets it in for Little. Little outside for Cruzy. Cruzy goes to the dribble. Went up for the shot. It was partially blocked. Dumps it back out to Little again. And off for Busboom. Now to Schlake. She's open for three. Just left at the key. Up the side of the rim. No good. Kelsey Witt chases down the rebound. Minute 49 to go here first half. O'Grady on the dribble. Has her pocket pick from behind again. Now a bad pass. Chased back down by Busboom. Freeman still on the run. Busboom looking for Schlake with a wraparound to the left side low post. Gets away from Schlake. Goes out of bounds. And Sacred Heart will inbound after the turnover. Picorni running the point as she takes it across the timeline. 1.5 minutes to play first half. Here's Kelsey Witt on the left wing. Comes inside the arc up top of the key. Off for O'Grady, and O'Grady was leaning the wrong way. Couldn't catch up with the pass. His ball sails out of bounds. Freeman gets it back. Bremmer's back in for Freeman as Michelle Little sits down. Bremmer's inbound for Schlake, and Coach Pritchard calls off the dogs on that full court press. Just has Sacred Heart come back. Wide open at the free throw line, is Busboom, but the shot is no good. And a foul is going to be called on the rebound. One official calls joint possession. The other official calls the foul. Going to go against Ashley Mites, and that is her third. And team foul number 10 against Freeman. So we're shooting free throws on the other end. Weaver back to the line. She's 2 for 3 from there tonight. Freeman will bring in a couple of substitutes after this free throw. First shot from Weaver's no good. Little back into the game. Also back in is Steph Verhusen. Mites will sit down, and Danny Busboom also taking a seat. Second free throw from Weaver. That one's no good. And O'Grady there with the offensive board kicks it back out to Kelsey Witt, who's at center circle. Witt off to the right side for Saposi. Schlake playing her in a man-to-man. Saposi out for Picorni up top of the key. Now off for Kelsey Witt. This three-pointer on the way. Rims it out, no good. Remmers with the rebound for Freeman. Outlet pass for Cruzy down to the baseline, and it's going to be stolen away by Weaver. Takes it off for Picorni, and Picorni takes the ball into the front court. 44 seconds to play first half. O'Grady with the ball. Kelsey Witt tries the baseline again. It's shut down by Little. Bounce pass up top for Picorni. Picorni now working her way into the lane. Her shot is blocked by Schlake, and not sure where the foul is going to come from. It looked to me like Schlake had all ball, but she's credited with a personal foul. That's her first, and put Picorni at the free throw line shooting two. Cassie Picorni hasn't attempted a lot of free throws this season, just 12. She's made 5 of them, and she missed the first. Picorni with the second free throw, and that one goes through. Cuts the lead to 1, 27-26, 30 seconds to go first half. Here's Schlake with the ball. Schlake looks off for Verhusen. Back to Schlake again, top of the key. Now to inside for Remmers. Remmers shot a little bit too strong. Offensive board. Putback is no good. Another offensive rebound for Freeman as Blake chases it down. Kelsey Witt tried to get there, was a little bit too late, and gets credited with the personal. It's her second. Fouls look like they are going to play a factor in this ball game. Sally Witt with 3, Ashley Howard with 3, Kelsey Witt has 2, Katie O'Grady also with 2. First free throw from Blake goes through. She's now 3 of 5 from the line. Gives her 10 points. Foul trouble for Freeman. Ashley Mines has 3, Danny Busboom with 2, Sherry Weston also with 2. Second free throw is no good for Blake, and another foul is going to be called. So we're coming back on the Sacred Heart end to shoot free throws. And personal going against Neely Remmers, and that's her second. 12 personal fouls have been counted so far against Freeman. 13 against Sacred Heart. 2-point lead for the Falcons. 14 seconds on the clock. Weaver back at the free throw line again. First one goes through. Weaver is 3 of 6. Second one, got them both. We're tied at 28, 14 on the clock, and baseball pass going to be taken away by O'Grady. Sacred Heart now can take the lead. Off to Kelsey Witt, off glass and good. Witt has 6, it's a 2-point lead. 5 on the clock, Blake's open underneath. Shot is no good, she missed it. The Posey comes up with a ball as a puck strikes 0, and Sacred Heart is going to head to the halftime locker room leading by 2, 30-28 over the Freeman Falcons. We're back with some numbers after this on KTNC.
Because they're an independent agent, Miller Monroe Insurance Company works for you and not any one company. All of your insurance needs are placed with one or several available companies that will provide the best possible coverage at the lowest price. Remember, if your possessions are worth anything to you, they're worth insuring. See Mike Simon or Steve Kotick at Miller Monroe Insurance Company, 1608 Stone Street in Falls City, Nebraska. Phone 245-2722. They're also the name for buying or selling real estate. Check with Miller Monroe Insurance Company in Falls City, Nebraska for insurance and real estate.
Larry's Auto Service in Dawson is a complete machine shop. Owner Larry Cook has been doing mechanical repairs at this location for over 25 years. Larry, along with Mark Huppert and Dave Yoakum, are ready to serve you with friendly service and quality workmanship. Phone 402-855-2765 for Larry's Auto Service, where they offer 24-hour wrecker service. That's Larry Auto Service in Dawson, Nebraska, where they do rebuilding, turn brake rotors and drums, overhaul transmission, complete engine overhauls, and Peterson valve guide service. Money to burn? Of course not. With natural gas prices on the rise, an outdated, inefficient gas furnace may be sending money up the chimney. See Donnie Stice of A-Plus Heating and Cooling in Falls City, Nebraska now. Ask Donnie Stice, your Armstrong Air dealer, to specify the Ultra V high-efficiency furnace for your home. You could save thousands of dollars over the life of your new Ultra V furnace from Armstrong Air. Don't let your money go up the chimney. Get Armstrong Air, strength you can rely on. Your health and appearance are extremely important. Dr. Chick James and his professional dental staff will ensure that your dental needs or desires are met with appropriate and affordable solutions. Dr. James provides all phases of general and family dentistry, from whitening your teeth to orthodontics. New patients are welcome and special appointments are available. Dr. James and his staff care about you and your smile.
Welcome back to Beatrice, everyone, as we are at halftime. Falls City Sacred Heart leading Adams Freeman 30-28 at the halftime break. Taking a look at some totals so far. Jamie Slake's the only player in double figures. She plays for Freeman. She has 10 points tonight. Danny Busboom with 8. Neely Remmers has 5. Michelle Little with 3. Steph Verhusen with 2. Freeman 9 of 19 from the free throw line. For Sacred Heart, they're being paced by Katie O'Grady with 8 points. Kelsey Witt has 6. Cody Saposi and Allison Weaver each with 4. Ashley Howard with 2. Cassie McCorney with 1. Sacred Heart 7 of 14 from the free throw line. And a physical game on both sides of the court, as those fouls would indicate, and a total of 25 fouls called so far in this ball game, and no indication that
in Big 12 men's basketball. For the Pinnacle Sports Network, I'm Warren Swain.
All right, thanks, Warren. I'm Todd Suter back here in Beatrice as we're ready for the second half of play between this girls contest between Sacred Heart and Freeman. Sacred Heart a 30-28 halftime lead, and they have the basketball as we start the second half. O'Grady takes the inbound pass from Sally Witt to Saposi, back to O'Grady, and again to Sally Witt. Witt off to Kelsey Witt in the corner. Get pass up top for O'Grady. O'Grady on the dribble. Her shot is blocked by Slake. And on the loose ball is picked up by Little. Chased back down again by Howard after she had it knocked away. Kicks it out for O'Grady. O'Grady between the circles, and Sacred Heart with another offensive opportunity. Down. Posey with 6, and it is a 4-point Sacred Heart lead. 36-32, 5.5 minutes to go, third quarter. Verheusen has the basketball. Kelsey Witt hits the deck as she lost her footing, so Verheusen puts up the shot. O'Grady picks up the rebound, but the turnaround shot is up and in from Ashley Mites, her first two of the ball game. 36-34. Sacred Heart still leading. Sally Witt inside, shoots from 14. Shot is no good, but she's fouled and headed to the free throw line. First one will go against Danny Busboom, and that's her third. And a total of 25 fouls called there in that first half of play. Also, we understand 28 turnovers. That's a total for both teams. Sally Witt, first for 2 free throws, is no good. Witt now 0 for 2 from the line. Sally just a 39% free throw shooter on the season. Second one, that one goes through. That gives Witt 8 points on the night. The 3-point Sacred Heart lead, 37-34. Wide open, Busboom underneath. Shot is good, and the foul. Kelsey Witt has picked up her third personal, and Coach Pritchard wants to talk it over. Just a 30-second timeout. We'll keep it here. Busboom will be headed to the free throw line after the timeout to try to tie this one up. Freeman trailing 37-36 with 5:03 to go, third quarter. This ball game brought to you by the Frosty Queen of Falls City. Come to Frosty Queen in Falls City, Nebraska for great sandwiches, dinner baskets, cyclones, soft ice cream treats, and now delicious homemade chili. It's also brought to you by Dr. C.R. James of Falls City. Dr. C.R. James provides all phases of general family dentistry and orthodontics. Offering evening appointments, we care about you and your smile. Teams head back out onto the court, and it's amazing this game has stayed as physical as it has, with the officials whistling fouls as the way that they have been. Usually teams will back off a little bit, but we haven't seen that here tonight. Busboom misses the free throw, and Kelsey Witt with the rebound, and she hits the deck. Another foul called. His personal will go against Jamie Slake, and that is her third. So the foul situation, Slake, Busboom, and Mites each with 3 for Freeman. Howard has 4 for Sacred Heart. Sally Witt and Kelsey Witt each with 3. Here's Sally Witt with a 3-point shot. That's no good. Busboom with the rebound. Busboom, the jump pass into the front court for Verheusen. Verheusen well outside. Looks down low, wide open underneath. It's Mites. He couldn't believe how open she was, and she missed the shot. O'Grady comes up with the rebound. And O'Grady got away with a travel. Pass down low to the blocks for Weaver. Shot's no good. Putback is no good. Kelsey Witt there to clean it up. Her shot's no good, and another foul called. I'm going to put that on tape and just hit a button, I think. Michelle Little picked up her second. And Kelsey Witt headed to the free throw line for the first time tonight. First shot is good. Witt now has 7 points. That's their first of the second half. Remmers is out. Remmers is in. Mites is out for Freeman. Kelsey Witt with the second free throw. Got them both. 39-36. Sacred Heart by 3. 4:25 to go, third quarter. Beer Hughes in the ball, standing in center circle with the dribble. Working against Sally Witt. Man-to-man defense here from the Irish. Busboom on the right wing. Starts right, spins back, and shot is up and no good. Scrap for the rebound is loose on the court, and Weaver's going to win that war. Falling out of bounds, he throws the ball out to Kelsey Witt. Open underneath, Sally Witt goes to the low post, shot off glass, and no good. Hangs on the side of the rim and falls down out. Busboom the rebound, kicks it out for Beerhusen. Beerhusen hands off to Busboom, and Busboom dribbles back out between the circles, starts away down the left side. Picks up her dribble, nearly has it stolen away. Ball's loose on the court, Supposi picks it up. She's leading the way. Blake right there with her. Supposi's layup rims out, no good. Joint possession going to be called on the rebound. It'll belong to Freeman. At times, this game is physical. No whistles are heard, and other times, just a little bit of a body contact and draws it to be a personal foul. Double team in the backcourt. Kelsey Witt comes up with it. Layup is good. 10 points now for Witt. It's a 41-36 lead. Another turnover. Sally Witt to Supposi, and a foul is going to be called before the shot. Personal against Michelle Little. It's her third. And now Coach Cook from Freeman wants to talk it over. Just a 30-second timeout. We're going to keep it here. Bear with us. We're going to add up some fouls here. First for Freeman. I see them down for 17 so far in this ball game. And for Sacred Heart, they are down for 15. Add those up, that's a total of 32. And we still have 3:18 to go in the third quarter. This ball game brought to you by Hills Home Furnishings of Beatrice. Hills Home Furnishings of Beatrice, Nebraska, located at 116 North 5th Street, bringing you a complete line of name brand home furnishings. Also brought to you by Colonial Acres Nursing Home and Child Care of Humboldt. Colonial Acres Nursing Home in Humboldt, Nebraska is a home with heart, bringing you a friendly, concerned, and sensitive staff. They also offer child care. Sacred Heart inbounding underneath her own basket. Sally Witt comes in for Supposi out for Kelsey Witt up top of the key. Back to O'Grady on the right wing. Skip pass to Sally again left side. Witt up top now for Kelsey Witt. Restarts the offense. Here's Sally open for three, left wing, off the side of the rim, no good. Up for the rebound. It was briefly touched by Weaver, but taken away by Freeman. Blake now on the dribble. Across the timeline, we're inside of 3 minutes to go, and Sally Witt just picked up a silly foul. Well, probably should have been called with the way the whistle's been going otherwise, but they say that Blake stepped on the inline, so Sacred Heart with the turnover. Here's Kelsey Witt from just inside the three-point arc. Shot is no good. Rebound down to Remmers. Outlet pass for Stuvey, who's into the game here for Freeman. Stuvey hands the ball off to Slake, and Slake stands between the circles. Now to Busboom right wing. 2:34 to go, third quarter. Busboom starts down to the baseline. Fades away from 15. No good. Weak side rebound. Remmers put back no good, but she's fouled. And this person will go against Cody Supposi, her first. And team foul at number 3 against Sacred Heart here in the second half. Remmers at the stripe. She's 1 for 2 so far tonight. First one on the way and good. This ball game brought to you by A-Plus Heating and Cooling of Falls City. Does your furnace need a checkup? Call Donnie at A-Plus Heating and Cooling to get the job done. He promises great service and rates you can afford. Phone 245-3830. Second free throw from Remmers is off the back of the rim, no good. O'Grady with the rebound. O'Grady pass off for Witt. Witt stops out of the key to Kelsey Witt from 17 on the left baseline. Got it. Kelsey Witt has 12, 43-37. A 6-point lead here for Sacred Heart. 2:12 to play in the quarter. Blake tries to drive baseline. A blocking foul is going to be called. Supposi was there. And that is her second personal. Team foul number 4 against Sacred Heart. Back into the game for the Irish is Nicole Simon, as Supposi will sit down. Busboom looking to inbound, comes up top for Stuvey, back off for Slake. Slake looks down low, ball tipped out of bounds by Weaver. Freeman will reload and try again. 2:07 to go third quarter. Inbounds pass for Little at the baseline. Dumps it off for Stuvey on the right wing. At the free throw line, about 16 feet out. Slake shot's no good. Remmers, though, with a putback. That one rims out, and a foul's going to be called, and I think this one's against Michelle Little. The official looking at Coach Cook as he was definitely not happy with the call. Michelle Little's going to sit down with 4 personals. Back in is Ashley Mines. She has 3. Minute 57 to go. That is 16 fouls now against Freeman. Ball's going to be turned over. O'Grady was trying to find Kelsey Witt down in the right corner. Freeman gets it back. Here's Slake with the ball across the timeline. Working against Kelsey Witt. Slake picks up her dribble. Nowhere to go. Now off to Busboom, top of the key. Busboom back to Slake. They left her open for 3 off the side of the rim. No good. Kelsey with the rebound, and she wants to run. She has Busboom with her right on her hip. Shot off glass and good. Danny Busboom played that right. Got down there to give a little interference, but got off her when the shot was going up. Did not want to commit that 4th personal foul. Quick pass down to the baseline for Mines. Back out for Stuvey. Up top for Slake. And on the right wing, it's Busboom for 3. Off the side of the rim, no good. Scrap for the rebound. Taken away by Stuvey. Put back is good. That is a Cruzy, rather, with the shot. Across the timeline, it is Sacred Heart. Here's O'Grady. He's going to try the 3. Got it! Katie O'Grady has given Sacred Heart a 9-point lead, 48-39. 45 seconds to play third quarter. Cruzy with the basketball. That's a Busboom. From the high post. 15-footer, no good. Weaver the rebound. Off for O'Grady. O'Grady slowly across the timeline, and with 30 seconds, Sacred Heart is going to call for last shot. Sally Witt down near the left baseline. Skip pass goes to O'Grady. Dangerous pass. Back up top. It is Simon. Simon missed the 3. She was fouled pretty bad. No call. Off for Busboom with 15 on the clock. Busboom down to the low post. Kicks it down to the baseline for Slake. Slake drives inside. She's fouled. Kelsey Witt has just picked up her 4th. So Kelsey Witt and Ashley Howard now each with 4 for Sacred Heart. 10 seconds to go in the third quarter. Slake at the line. First one, no good. Mers, McCorney, and Gruber are into the game. Sally Witt's going to sit down. And O'Grady also sitting down. And suppose he takes a seat. Second free throw from Slake is through. 48-40. Sacred Heart by 8. 8 on the clock in the third quarter, and they have time to get off a shot. McCorney still with the dribble. Kicks it out for Gruber, who's open. Well off the mark, and 1 to go, and that's going to end the third quarter of play. Sacred Heart on top, 48-40 over Freeman. Back after this on Oldie 1230 KTNC. Basketball to start the 4th and final quarter, leading Freeman 48-40. Inbound pass comes in for O'Grady. O'Grady off to Sally Witt. She's just left at the key. All the starters back out of the court. Kelsey Witt and Ashley Howard each out there with 4 personal fouls. Here's Sally Witt. Tries the bounce pass down inside for Saposi. That shot rims out, no good. And on the rebound, it'll belong to Remmers of Freeman. Outlet pass for Slake. Slake across the timeline. To see Ashley Howard down in the timeout as a turnover taken away by Sacred Heart. And here comes O'Grady. O'Grady, long pass down to Sally Witt. Wraparound pass intended for Kelsey Witt. And it goes out of bounds. Sally probably just should have taken it. But Howard down there on the sideline, you could hear her saying to her team, I'm not touching anybody. I have 4 personal fouls. I'd like to finish a game for a change. But she was crashing the offensive boards in there pretty hard. Freeman, the basketball. Slake on the right baseline. Out to Verhusen. Back to Slake again. She tries to drive baseline. Shut down by Howard. Kick back out again for Verhusen. Back to Slake. Slake to Verhusen on the wing. She's open for three. Off the side of the rim. No good. Scrap for the rebound, and it's going to belong to Ashley Howard. Joint possession called as Slake reached in and tied it up. And Freeman will have the basketball. 7:07 to play in the ball game. Inbounds pass for Remmers. Off for Slake. Up between the circles. Now to Verhusen. Down to the baseline for Busboom on the left side. Busboom. Jump pass out for Mice, but it's taken away by Saposi. And Saposi is going to wait for her team. Gets it to O'Grady. O'Grady just left of the key, and then down to the baseline for Kelsey Witt. Skip pass to Saposi. She's open from 17. That one too strong. Rebound to Remmers on the weak side for Freeman. Outlet pass to Slake. Slake now on the dribble. She'll go to the low post. Shot off glass and no good. And the rebound is down to Ashley Howard. Howard puts the ball on the court a couple of times. Gives it off to O'Grady. O'Grady hesitates. Now takes it across the timeline. Pass off for Sally Witt. She is on the left wing down to the baseline. Kelsey Witt for three. Off the side of the rim. No good. Ball's going to be tipped out of bounds. It'll belong to Freeman. 6:23 to go in the ball game. Inbounds pass for Verhusen, who takes it across the timeline. Verhusen on the left wing. Bounce pass goes to Busboom. Busboom, 15-footer, is no good. Weak side rebound to Remmers. Her putback is no good. Busboom again there. That shot won't go. And the rebound this time belonging to Ashley Howard. Takes it out to O'Grady. Long pass into the front court for Sally Witt. And the power layup goes through. 10 points for Witt. It's a 50-40 Sacred Heart lead. 5:50 to go here in the ball game. Off onto the right wing for Jamie Slake. Slake tries to drive inside, stops low post. A foul is going to be called, and it will not be a shooting foul. And personal going against Katie O'Grady. That is her third. So with all the starters on the court for Sacred Heart, O'Grady with three. Kelsey Witt has four. Sally Witt with three. Cody Saposi with two. Ashley Howard with four. There's your foul situation. And a two-point shot is put up and in from Jamie Slake off the inbound pass. Cut the lead back to 50-42. 5.5 minutes to go. Sally Witt the basketball. Looks near the left baseline for Kelsey Witt, who takes it on the dribble back top of the key. Off for Howard. She's about 15 feet out. Skip pass goes to Sally Witt, who stepped on the inline as she caught the basketball. A little bit misleading here at the gymnasium at the Beatrice Auditorium because there's so much room that still looks like court after out of bounds. You really have to know where you're at here. Across the timeline comes Freeman with Slake outside. Dumps it off for Verhusen down to the baseline. And the ball is going to, I thought, go out of bounds, but no call. Sacred Heart takes over. 2-on-1 break. Saposi. And she tries to dump it down to Sally Witt. Kelsey there to pick it up, and a well-off-balance shot is no good. Rebound down to Freeman. 4:50 to go in the ball game. Sacred Heart still leading by 8. Here's Slake at the free throw line. And the 17-foot shot is up and no good from Cruzy. Ball goes out of bounds. It'll belong to Freeman. Weaver back into the game for Kelsey Witt. So a little bit of a taller lineup here for Coach Dennis Pritchard. Cruzy looks to inbounds. Comes in for Busboom. Busboom back to Cruzy again. Back to Busboom in the lane, but she lost the basketball. O'Grady takes it away, and O'Grady loses her footing, but she aimed the ball down to Sally Witt, who pushed it over to Saposi. Back out to O'Grady. And Coach Pritchard says, what are you hurrying for? We've got an 8-point lead. Let's burn some clock. 4:20 to go. Sally Witt now goes to the dribble. Back out to O'Grady, who stands at the half court. Verhusen comes to apply some pressure. And now Sacred Heart's going to play a little keep away. Sally Witt now on the near side. She has to go to the dribble. Lobs the ball back over to O'Grady. O'Grady looks down to Weaver. And a foul is going to be called. No, a timeout will be called by Coach Pritchard. He doesn't like the looks of this offense at all. It's a full timeout, so we'll take the break with them. And it's a 50-42 Sacred Heart lead. We're back after this on KTNC.
Pawnee Manor is located at 438 12th Street in Pawnee City, Nebraska. The Care Center is a skilled nursing facility offering special care for those in need by providing around-the-clock professional care along with rehabilitation therapy services. They are Medicare certified. Come visit with Pawnee Manor. You will be making someone happy with your visit, and you will feel happy too. The special care is provided by caring employees living in the community. Come visit Pawnee Manor in Pawnee City, Nebraska, or phone 402-852-2351.
Back here in Beatrice, Coach Pritchard talking things over with his Irish Irish basketball team, brother. Forgot what season I was in here for a moment. Trying to get them to run a little bit better of a delay play and run a bit of the weave. Things were looking all out of sorts as they were trying to burn some time off the clock. 3:58 to go in this ballgame. Sacred Heart leading by 8. Sally Witt inbounds for O'Grady into the backcourt. And O'Grady coming across the timeline. It's pretty aggressive man-to-man defense being played by Freeman. Here's O'Grady, looks to Saposi. Saposi out near half court, tries to go inside, back to O'Grady. O'Grady picks up her dribble, and near joint possession call. No call, back to Sally Witt. Freeman wanted it. Sally Witt goes to the dribble, comes inside, dumps it off for Howard. She's going to try the 15-footer, up high, no good. Ball is loose, and it'll belong to Freeman. I don't think that was the shot that Coach Pritchard wanted as the towel hits the floor. 3.5 minutes to play. Sacred Heart by 8. Freeman the basketball. Verheusen looks to Busboom. Busboom loses her balance, and a blocking foul is going to be called against either Saposi or Witt. They're going to count it against Sally Witt, and that is number 4 on her, and team foul number 7. Freeman an opportunity to score some points without the clock moving. Substitutes coming into the game for the Falcons. Michelle Little's back in with her 4 personals. Rhines will sit down. Blake also back in. Busboom with the front end of the 1-and-1. It's no good. Sally with the rebound. And she is slowly bringing it up towards the front court. And O'Grady across the timeline. 3:11 to go. O'Grady the jump pass to Howard. Howard tried to feed down to the baseline, and she turns it over. Across the timeline comes Blake. Blake down to the baseline. Here's Sherry Weston. And turnaround shot from Busboom is good. Busboom down for 14, and it's a 6-point Sacred Heart lead. 2:49 to go. O'Grady across the timeline. Pass off to Witt between the circles. The late game is one thing, but you have to remember to play a little offense, and the other team's got to keep scoring. Here's Sally Witt, low post shot, will not go, and the rebound is down to Freeman. The Falcons can cut it to 4 or 3 if they hit from outside the arc. Blake down to Cruzy, and Cruzy's pass stolen away. Weaver comes up with it. Weaver picks up her dribble, nowhere to go, tries to go to O'Grady. Ball's going to be knocked out of bounds. It will still remain Freeman Sacred Heart basketball. Kelsey Witt's going to come into the game, and Ashley Howard will sit down. Back in for Freeman is Steph Verheusen. Sitting down, Sherry Weston. 2:17 to go. Inbounds pass comes in for O'Grady. O'Grady with the basketball in the backcourt. Still in the backcourt. And they're going to say O'Grady stepped on the inline. Players collide, but the call must have been that it happened before. O'Grady stepped on the inline before the collision. Another timeout on the court. We'll take a break with them. Sacred Heart by 6. Back after this on KTNC.
Hill's Home Furnishings of Beatrice, Nebraska carries a complete line of name-brand home furnishings. See the selection of roll-top desks, gun cabinets, carry-out cabinets, and grandfather clocks. They carry Serta and Omaha bedding along with a large selection of Lazy Boy recliners, Mastercraft sofas, and Broyhill bedroom and dining room furniture. Come browse. Hill's Home Furnishings in Beatrice, Nebraska, where you are served with friendly service and pieces to please. Open Thursday evenings until 8:30 p.m., and they also have waterbed supplies.
We have 2 minutes and 11 seconds of basketball left to play, providing this one doesn't find an extra session, which would be something new for Sacred Heart this season. They haven't gone to overtime yet. Right now, the Irish leading by 6. But Freeman is on a 4-0 run. Freeman will have the basketball as we come back to action. Verheusen takes the inbounds pass from Cruzy. Verheusen has her pass Tipped by Seposian out of bounds, so the Falcons will inbound again. Slake dumps it into Verhusen. Verhusen goes to the left-handed dribble, crossover up top, back to Slake. Slake tries to drive baseline, kicks it out to Busboom, and again to Verhusen. Here's the three-pointer. In and out, no good. Offensive board, put back, no good from Slake. Another offensive board, this one up and in from Michelle Little. It's a 4-point Sacred Heart lead. O'Grady off to Sally Witt. Back to O'Grady again. O'Grady quickly into the front court. Minute 42 to go. Freeman crowd has come alive. Sally Witt now, she is going to be fouled. First one will go against Steph Verhusen. That is her second. And put Sally Witt to the charity stripe. She's 1 for 3 so far in the ballgame. Has 10 points in the contest. Important free throws here. First one. In and out, no good. The rebound is down to Busboom of Freeman. Dumps it out for Slake, and Slake's across the timeline. Minute and a half to go. Seposi picks up a reach-in foul. It's her third. Slake going to the line. In the ball game, Slake is 4 of 8 from the free throw line. She has 13 points. First free throw. Got the front end. She'll get the bonus. It's a 3-point game, 50-47. Second free throw from Slake. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound to O'Grady of Sacred Heart. O'Grady off for Witt. Witt still in the backcourt. Now comes across the timeline, jumps it back to O'Grady again. And Sacred Heart better think about scoring some points here. They just keep turning the ball over. Long pass down to Sally Witt, kicks it back out for Kelsey up near half court. She's on the dribble. Tough defense being played here from Freeman. Hand off to O'Grady. Sacred Heart now on a weave. Off to Kelsey. Back to Sally Witt. And again to O'Grady. The foul's going to be called as the Irish had started to find a rhythm with that weave offense up near half court. Personal going against Steph Verhusen. It's her third. And a 30-second timeout is going to be called by Coach Ken Cook. See if he can come up with some answers for that weave offense. This ballgame brought to you by W&D Auto Care in Falls City. Located at 1724 Harlan, they offer complete auto cleanup inside and out. They carry accessories and install headliners. Ballgame also brought to you tonight by Community Memorial Hospital Incorporated of Humboldt. Community Memorial Hospital of Humboldt, staffed by Dr. Tumar, Dr. Van Bang, Dr. Rastogi, and Chris Golanis, PA, serving with open doors, open hands, and open hearts. Minute 2 on the clock. Sacred Heart 50. Freeman 47. Sacred Heart led by 10. Freeman has gone on a 7-0 run. It is 18 fouls against Freeman. Sally Witt shooting a 1-and-1. First free throw. Hit it. Sally Witt is 2 of 5 from the line. Gives her 11 points in the game. It's a 2-possession game again, 51-47. Second free throw. Off the front of the rim and rolls down through. Clock is running. Inside of a minute to go. Sacred Heart by 5. Here's Verhusen on the left baseline. She'll shoot from 16. Off the side of the rim, no good. Offensive board for Cruzy. Putback is no good. Little there to clean it up. Her shot won't go. Another offensive board and another shot missed. This time from Steph Verhusen. Finally, Sacred Heart pulls in the rebound, and a foul is going to be called against Steph Verhusen. It's her fourth. 1-and-1 opportunity coming up for Allison Weaver. Weaver, 4 of 7 from the line. That is where all of her points have come from tonight. And it looks like Michelle Little having some contact problems, and this one is either in her eye or it's down on the court. The way she's messing with her eye, I would think that it would be on the court. Actually, she found it. That's about the quickest I've ever seen a contact found on a gym floor. Walked right over to the low post on the right side and pulled it in. 42 seconds to go. We're still in an official's timeout. Actually, we're going to have to get a substitute in for Little. Sherry Weston comes in to take her place. Weaver shooting a 1-1. Got the first. One more free throw and it becomes a 3-possession ball game. Right now the lead is 6. Second free throw from Weaver. Off the back of the rim, no good, and the rebound is down to Verhusen. Verhusen across the timeline to Busboom, off for Slake. She's open for 3. Yes! 53 to 50, 30 seconds to go. Another timeout on the court. Coach Ken Cook wants to talk strategy with his Falcons. We're back after this on KTNC.
Maintain your independence. Colonial Acres of Humboldt now offers an assisted living. Let our professional staff do your laundry, clean your apartment every week, provide 3 tasty, nutritious meals a day, plus provide fun activities. Imagine life without doing laundry or shoveling snow. Colonial Acres, owned by the City of Humboldt, hometown caring and hometown feelings. Call Doug Williams today at Colonial Acres at 1-402-862-3123.
This Freeman team just will not go away. A lot of folks would consider it an upset this year with the 2 teams that each school is putting out onto the court. A lot of folks thought that Freeman may be a little better than Sacred Heart this year. Sacred Heart thought otherwise, and they had a 10-point lead here in the fourth quarter, 50 to 40. But since that time, Freeman's pulled back and now trailed this 53 to 50. Inbounds pass comes in for Kelsey Witt, and Witt is fouled hard by Busboom. And Danny Busboom has picked up her fourth. So the foul situation right now, first for Freeman. Verhusen, Busboom, and Little each with 4. Meintz and Schlake have 3. For Sacred Heart, Kelsey Witt with 4, Sally Witt with 4, Ashley Howard with 4, O'Grady has 3, Saposi has 3. Kelsey Witt at the free throw line. It's a double bonus now. She's shooting 2 and misses the front end. Needs to make the second to get it back to a 2-possession ball game. Second one. Allen off the back of the rim, no good. Ball loose on the court. Freeman has it. Here come the Falcons. Busboom across the timeline. Flake wide open. O'Grady's blocked the shot. Ball's loose on the court. Freeman picks it back up again. Verhusen open for 3. It's no good. 13 on the clock. Busboom cleans it up. Goes back out for Verhusen again. Down to 9 to go. Busboom again. Flake on the right side. Into the corner for a Cruzy. Back to Flake. 3, 2 on the clock. It's not going to happen. Sacred Heart has won it. The perimeter defense from the Irish shuts down Freeman at the end, and Sacred Heart wins 53 to 50. A furious finish to this one, and the Irish winning streak hits